Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're working in Australia or hoping to stay longer through employer sponsorship, this video is for you. Today, I'm walking you through the main employer-sponsored visa categories, what they're used for, and who they're generally suited for. Let's jump in. Option 1, the Subclass 407 visa. This visa is designed to provide structured workplace training to improve their skills in their occupation. There are actually few different categories under Subclass 407, but for this video, I'm focusing on the most common scenario people apply it under. This visa is often used when you're early in your career or you need extra training before moving into a more skilled role. An important thing to note is that it's strictly for training. You must generally be learning and developing skills, not just working. If it looks like a work visa instead of a training visa, the application can be refused. To qualify, you must have an approved sponsor who can train you in an eligible occupation. There must be a structured training plan in place, and you must have at least 12 months of full-time work experience. This visa can be granted for up to 2 years. There's no minimum salary requirement and no labour market testing, making it simpler than other employment-sponsored visas. Does it lead to PR? No. But based on your occupation and work experience, you could later move into a 482 visa, which can lead to a permanent residency. And if this isn't possible, there are skilled migration visa options such as the 189, 190 or the 491, which are based on your skills and qualification, not your employer. Next up, the Subclass 482 visa. The 482 visa allows an Australian employer to sponsor you to work full-time when they can't find an Australian worker for the same role. Applicants generally need at least 2 years of relevant full-time work experience in their occupation to be eligible for this visa. It's one of the most commonly used employer-sponsored visas and comes with 3 streams. First, core skills stream. This stream is for occupations listed on the core skills occupation list. Most 482 applicants fall under this stream. The second is a specialist skills stream. This is for highly specialised roles that attract a high income salary. Applicants must fall under specific ANSCO groups and have a salary that meets the specialised skills income threshold. Third, the labour agreement stream. This applies where an employer has a formal labour agreement with the Australian government. The agreement allows employers to sponsor workers under terms that sit outside the 482 visa conditions. Once you're on a 482, you may have a pathway to PR through the 186 temporary residence transition stream. I'll be making a separate video to cover 482 and its eligibility criteria in more detail. Next is a subclass 186 Employer Nomination Scheme visa. The 186 visa is an employment-sponsored permanent residency visa. It is designed for skilled workers who are filling a genuine, long-term role with an Australian employer. There are 3 main streams under the 186 visa. First, the Temporary Residence Transition Stream, or TRT stream. This pathway is for people who have worked for any sponsoring employer on a 482 visa for the required period and are now being nominated for permanent residency. Second, the Direct Entry stream. This stream is for people who have not worked for their employer on a 482 visa but have the required skills, qualifications and experience to be sponsored directly to PR. Once the 186 is granted, you become a permanent resident of Australia with full work rights. I'll also be making a video on this separately to cover 186 in more detail. Next up is the 494 visa. The 494 visa is an employer-sponsored visa for regional Australia. It allows an employer located in a designated regional area to sponsor a skilled worker when they can't find a suitable skilled Australian worker. This visa is designed to encourage skilled workers to live and work in a regional area in Australia. There are 2 main streams under the 494 visa. First, the employer-sponsored stream. This is the most common stream and applies where a regional employer nominates you for a genuine full-time role in a designated regional area. Second, the labour agreement stream. This applies where the employer has a labour agreement with the Australian government allowing sponsorship under agreed terms that may differ from the standard program. The visa is usually granted for up to 5 years and offers a direct pathway to PR. After meeting the required work, residence, and income criteria, you may be eligible to apply for the Subclass Visa 191. And that's it. Those are the main employer-sponsored visa types most people come across. There are obviously more visa options out there, but I focus on the most common ones in this video. I'll be making separate videos where they deep dive into these visas, so stay tuned for those. If you're not sure which option applies to you, or your employer has mentioned sponsorship and you want clarity, you can book a free 15-minute consultation with me. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.